Adrien Brody, the acclaimed actor known for his intense and transformative performances in film, is stepping onto the Broadway stage for the first time in a production that promises to captivate audiences with its raw emotional depth and exploration of injustice. The play, titled The Fear of 13, brings to life the harrowing true story of Nick Yarris, a man who endured over 2 decades on death row for crimes he did not commit, only to be exonerated through groundbreaking DNA evidence. In this gripping narrative, Brody takes on the central role of Yarris, embodying the resilience and despair of a wrongfully convicted individual fighting against a flawed system. Joining him is Tessa Thompson, who portrays Jackie, a compassionate volunteer who becomes a pivotal figure in Yarris's life by visiting him in prison and offering a glimmer of human connection amid his isolation. The story of Nick Yarris is one that underscores the profound flaws in the criminal justice system, particularly in cases involving capital punishment. Yarris was arrested following a routine traffic stop that spiraled into accusations of rape and murder. Despite his adamant claims of innocence, he was convicted and sentenced to death, beginning a nightmarish ordeal that would span more than 20 years. During this time, Yarris faced the constant threat of execution, living in the shadow of death row's unforgiving environment. The title, The Fear of 13, itself draws from a superstition among death row inmates, where the number 13 is associated with bad luck and the ultimate finality of execution. Yarris's journey took a dramatic turn when he, in a bold and desperate move, petitioned the court not for another appeal but for an expedited execution date, hoping to end his suffering. However, this act of defiance led to further scrutiny of his case, culminating in DNA testing that proved his innocence beyond doubt, leading to his release. Brody's involvement in this project marks a significant milestone in his career, transitioning from the silver screen to the intimate world of live theater. He has expressed a deep personal connection to the stage, recalling how his passion for acting began in his teenage years through theater performances. Before breaking into films, Brody honed his craft in smaller theatrical productions, building a foundation that emphasized emotional authenticity and direct audience engagement. This return to his roots feels like the fulfillment of a lifelong ambition, as he has always harbored a desire to perform in a New York City theater, where the energy of live storytelling can create unforgettable experiences. The actor describes the journey to Broadway as a prolonged one, filled with the ups and downs of a Hollywood career, but one that has now come full circle. He particularly appreciates the intimacy of theater, where there are no retakes or edits. Every performance is a unique, shared moment between the actors and the audience. This closeness allows for a vulnerability that film sometimes cannot capture, making the stage an exciting new challenge for him. In preparing for the role of Nick Yarris, Brody has delved deeply into the real-life events that inspired the play. The production is adapted from a documentary that chronicles Yarris's experiences, highlighting not just the legal battles but the psychological toll of wrongful imprisonment. Yarris's story is one of remarkable survival. While on death row, he educated himself, wrote poetry, and maintained his sanity through sheer willpower. The play explores themes of truth, justice, and the human spirit's capacity to endure unimaginable hardship. Brody's portrayal aims to convey the internal turmoil of a man stripped of his freedom, yet clinging to hope. His co-star, Tessa Thompson, brings her own dynamic presence to the role of Jackie, whose interactions with Yarris provide moments of tenderness and humanity in an otherwise bleak narrative. Thompson's character represents the external support that can make a difference in such dire circumstances, emphasizing the importance of empathy and advocacy in the face of systemic failures. Brody's film career has been marked by a series of roles that showcase his versatility and commitment to complex characters. He first gained widespread recognition for his Oscar-winning performance in The Pianist, where he portrayed a Jewish musician surviving the horrors of World War II in Warsaw. This role required immense physical and emotional dedication, including significant weight loss to authentically depict the character's suffering. Following that triumph, Brody appeared in a variety of genres, from the action-packed King Kong, where he played the adventurous screenwriter Jack Driscoll, to more introspective films like Detachment, in which he embodied a substitute teacher grappling with personal demons while inspiring troubled students. His work in science fiction and horror, such as Predators and Splice, demonstrated his ability to navigate high-stakes narratives with nuance, often playing characters on the edge of morality or sanity. Films like The Village and The Jacket further highlighted his knack for psychological thrillers, where he explored themes of isolation and perception. What draws Brody to projects like The Fear of 13 is the opportunity to shed light on real-world issues. The play not only dramatizes Yarris's personal saga but also serves as a commentary on the death penalty and the risks of miscarriages of justice. In the United States, numerous cases have emerged where DNA evidence has overturned convictions, revealing how factors like flawed eyewitness testimony, coerced confessions, and inadequate legal representation can lead to wrongful imprisonments. Yarris's case is particularly poignant because it occurred in Pennsylvania, where he became the first death row inmate to be exonerated by such evidence. The production aims to provoke thought and discussion about these topics, encouraging audiences to reflect on the human cost of judicial errors.